Hey guys, so today I want to talk specifically about monopods. Why would you want one? Why would you use them? And have I used them in the past? Now, I've used monopods for probably about 2 to 3 years. When I ended up having cameras that had image stabilization, I tended not to use the monopod so much. So coming back now to the Blackmagic 4K and the 6K, since there isn't in-body stabilization, I'm using some manual lenses. I do need some stability even when I'm shooting B-roll. I want to keep it as stable as possible. Carrying a tripod sometimes, changes my mind. Should I go out and shoot? Should I, go to this location? Should I use a different camera specifically? I do need the stabilization. These are questions that I ask myself. So having a monopod as a light option for a light rig is actually a great option. I had a company reach out to me. The company's name is Miliboo. Now, they didn't pay me for this video, but they did send the product out, and I wanted to give it a fair review and give my honest opinion. So again, this is the Miliboo MTT 705 AS, and it is like your standard monopod. It's made out of alloy. This is not a carbon version, but the price seems right and it's pretty competitive. It seems to be built very well. Now, the key things that I really liked about this is you can treat it really like a monopod just by putting the rubber foot down, or it comes with a head, which is really important. Now, I have this with the A7 R3 right now, and it's actually a great situation if you're just shooting for low angle shots. Now, this comes off and goes on the monopod. You can use your monopod for many situations, but just to keep it brief and simple, this particular monopod came with a head, a nice fluid head, really strong feet, which is great, because I do have one that I've used before from Benro, which is nice and it's light, but the feet were a little flimsy. This particular attachment at the bottom would make this rock a little bit, so I didn't trust it as much as I wanted to. The one thing I've learned is never ever leave a monopod on its own. It's like a child. It can fall over, it can get hurt, and your camera's gonna get destroyed. So that's the drawback of using a monopod. But this particular monopod, again, I think it's priced right. And it holds 22 pounds or 10 kilo, I believe it's 10 kilo, camera. So it's perfect fit for the 4K rigged out and for the 6K rigged out. Now, it's not the matte box and everything else and a follow focus, but it does have the handle on it, and it has other accessories on it, like a monitor. I actually mounted it with my 7-inch monitor, and it did just fine. So I think that's great. Again, the one drawback I think about this particular monopod, or any monopods in general, it's just the design of them. And I know there's ones that have like hydraulic, like air, and it gets all nuts. But these like kind of clips always grab your fingers. They kind of sometimes you get your finger caught on it. I really hate these type of clamps, which feel really dated and old. And overall, packing this down into a backpack, I'd much rather take this than a tripod and kind of strap it around my bag, or have a side strap. Especially the type of tripods I use are a little bit heavier. They're not the lightweight ones. So that's that. So the big features of this specific monopod, I think, is the ability, obviously, to that it comes with a head. The head reminds me of just a basic kind of, or a decent Manfrotto head. It's designed fairly nicely. I saw some reviews saying that it started getting loose, and this, just like anything else, you really have to tighten these parts prior. Everything seems to be working as advertised. There's not that much going on here that a lot should fail. It's really just a matter of maintaining your equipment, not using things that are overly heavy for your particular monopod. But again, having this fluid head, being able to get like really steady shots kind of on the go, and packing this thing down is actually, that's the benefit of it. Now, it comes with this really nice bag. It's got all the accessories. You've got some Allen keys. You've got some little tools in there, which was really well thought of. that kind of would help you either tighten it. And again, like I said, you have to, you have to keep an eye on all tripods and monopods and make sure that you're maintaining them by, tightening screws. It actually had a nice plate that came with it as well to put on your camera, and I'll show you what I did using it for the Blackmagic 6K. It held it no problem with all the weight, with the accessories. I can make fluid movements and it was not a problem. So again, it's just another option, another tool, nothing to kind of scream about. But on the other hand, if you are looking for it, I think this company is making some nice products. And again, do your research, and if it's the right fit for you, then I think it's a decent monopod. So again, just to wrap it up, hope you liked this video. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions or comments about this product or any other things that we talked about, just hit me up in the comments, and please subscribe, and I will see you next time.